Alright guys, this is part 3 for breaking trad. I'm going to cut this video a little bit short because the first two videos were a bit long and wordy. So today I'm just going to talk about what you're going to do in part 3. So part 3 is obviously the most important part, which is how you break it in. And you break in your traditional through wall ball. So I've been breaking this in for about 2 or 3 weeks. I don't remember when I first strung it. But as you can see, the pocket is really soft. So I could face off with this front right now if I wanted to. And the interlocks for the most part are about cinched in and are not really going to move. And the diamond spacing is pretty good. I know on this leather they're a bit shifted downwards, but that's alright. Yeah, but diamond spacing, the tensioning is pretty good. So there's not too much looseness with the cross lace. Everything is sitting really nicely. There's no leather bunching, as you can see. Everything flows smoothly. That side and on the other side, as you can see. So for wall ball, there's several types of walls. Here at my house I have a brick wall. This is when I use them as common because obviously it's easiest for me, the easiest one to access for me. But the one I prefer to use is the one at my school, which is more of a concrete wall. So it's completely flat and there's no, as you can see with the brick wall, there is the filament part that they use to stack the bricks. And normally when the ball will hit a crack, it'll bounce off in a weird direction. You don't really need that when you're breaking a traditional, it just makes it kind of annoying to have a ball going off in a random direction. For breaking a traditional, really the best thing you need is just reps. So say like 30 right hand, 30 left hand, do that 4 times, probably at least 4 times a week for 3 weeks. That would be a really good thing. Or if you didn't want to do that much, you could probably do 15 reps 5 times a week and for 2 weeks. Something like that. But yeah, repetition. So really your pocket's really broken in once your cross lace settles. There's no the cross lace for the most part is cinched. I only have one interlock that still moves, and that's just this bottom transition knot right here. This one likes to slide up a lot. But yeah, once the cross lace stops settling or starts to settle, and you don't have bunching anymore, you really don't want bunching. That's really bad. And really everything is flowing correctly. It's throwing your traditional, no matter what pocket it should be, what pocket you string, the pocket should throw pretty accurately and pretty consistent. That's just how traditional is, with especially if you do 4 leathers. If you do like 6 leathers, it might even be more accurate. Same thing with a 6 shooter. Now if you do 2 interlocks, it's going to take a little bit longer to break in because you normally have like a runner, or even if you don't have anything on the sides, like if you did a De Weyer pocket, which you would have a lot of shifting of interlocks, that would take a lot longer to break in. Also the amount of diamonds you use. So here this is just 6. So this is going to break in really fast. 6 and 7s normally break in the fastest. Normally if you do a 4 or 5 diamond, or say an 8 diamond and up, you're going to have a good bit to break in. Well over 3 weeks of break-in. So yeah, you're going to make sure your tie-off knot is nice and tight. Always make sure that your shooting strings are tied tight. You don't have any loose knots or anything like that, because that wouldn't be good. But other than that, make sure your cross lace is cinched. No bunching. The diamond size is pretty even, unless you're trying to space your diamonds in a certain way that, say, you want your diamonds to be bigger in the middle and you want them to be smaller at the top. So say you wanted a quicker release, that's what you would do. Like for instance with a Stanwick pita pocket. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it for breaking your pocket. Just remember repetitions, and one thing I would really recommend is I wouldn't shoot with your pocket. Normally when you shoot with your pocket, even if you're not shooting that hard, just shooting on the goal is not good for the pocket when it's starting to break in, because you're putting a lot of stress on the pocket when you shoot. And since these materials haven't had the time to conform to the ball because the materials aren't broken in, it's going to cause a lot of shifting, and it's just not good. So I recommend after your 3 weeks of wall ball, then you can start shooting. But if you start shooting and your interlocks are shifting up and down, then I would recommend maybe adjusting your pocket and then heading back to the wall for maybe another week, and then you should be good to go. But yeah, I'll list some repetition numbers up for you in the credits. So that's that, guys. So that's part 3. So stay tuned for part 4, which I believe should be the last part.